I might not always have the best game because if I wanted to, I'll go have 40 and 20 assists every game. But it just doesn't work like that. But you know, I have a strong mental and you know, I continue to get better. I continue to work on my game. And yeah, like I just love the game. And I think my teammates see that too. That's why they call me the leader because you know, like I said, I'm trying to get them to reach their full potential. I just try to get them to be professional. You know, you're a professional basketball player now. You're not in college or anything anymore. So if you do want to do something special, I think that you need to put the foot on the brake a little bit more.
欢迎收看《台篮吃瓜第一品牌》，我是你今天的主持人 P.LEAGUE 的英文主播 Ryan， 跟我一起来访问的是民视的英语新闻记者 Stephanie。
Hi everyone, today we have Isaiah Briscoe as our guest today, and we're gonna be interviewing Isaiah about his career in Taiwan so far.
So Isaiah, the first thing I want to know is we had a really exciting game today. The Steelers fell a little bit short, but coming back from such a far margin down, not only were your time on the bench, but jumping in toward the end, you seem to be enjoying the process of having a chance to take a bite at the Braves. Would have been victory. Tell us about today's game.
Well, today was an exciting game. You know, coming back from 20 points. You know, the fourth quarter, I've been dealing with a hand injury, you know, like the past 3 games, and today was really bothering me. So, you know, coach put me on the bench in the fourth quarter, fine by me, you know, cheer my teammates on. They were playing well, they were playing really well, and, you know, coach kept asking if I wanted to go in the game, and I'm like, you know, leave them in. They're doing good, they're playing well, they're coming back, you know, you don't want to mess up the momentum. And we just fell short, but, you know, I think we took a step in the right direction today, you know, playing well and not giving up. And you know, only thing you gotta ask for is just to fight, and I think we did that tonight.
I want to ask you, is there an individual you'd like to point out that really led the team's effort in that comeback from your observations?
I think Marcus and Abu. I think they kind of changed the game when they got in, and you know, of course, Jordy with his rebounds and putbacks. You know, you can always rely on Jordy, but you know, collectively, I think the bench, the whole bench, you know, came into the game and stepped up and did what they needed to do.
All right.
Can you tell us a little bit about your game last week against the Braves? You scored 32 points, and that was a very, very good effort and also game. Can you tell us a little bit about what was your strategy for that game and the key to the victory?
You know, well, just going into every game, I'm always just thinking just to lead my guys to victory. You know, however that comes, if it's scoring, if it's assists, you know, if it's just giving these guys confidence to, you know, go make some plays. However it comes, and you know, every game is different. You know, every game I'm not going to go in and score all the points or, you know, have 15 assists. Sometimes I may have 5. So you know, you just go into a game and you know, I prepare well, and at the end of the game, whatever happens, happens. If I play well, I play well. Back to the drawing board. Next game, if I don't play well, get back in the gym, get better, and you know, that's pretty much it.
All right, we want to introduce you to the Taiwanese basketball fans here who are getting to know you for the first time. What are some of your core memories growing up as a young basketball player? Who are some of your favorite guys to watch? Who are guys you try to model your game after on your journey up to this point?
You know, growing up, you know, I was always like a big point guard, you know, for my age. So I think, you know, I just watched a lot of the bigger point guards in the NBA, you know, like Baron Davis, Darren Williams, guys like that, Tyreke Evans. Those were like my guys to really sit down and watch. You know, since they were in high school, I had like the high school mixtapes. You know, I watched them in college and of course the NBA. So I just always tried to model myself, you know, after those guys. And of course, when I got a little older, you know, I used to go to a lot of Kyrie games and, you know, just watching him in high school, you know, packing out the gyms and everything like that. So it was just, I think those like 4 guys are like my guys to like watch.
Right.
What about now in Taiwan, like coming here, what has been the most memorable experience so far in terms of life as well as basketball?
Well, I don't really do too much off the court. I'm either like playing the game or like shopping. I go to the mall a lot. I've probably been to every mall. I've probably been to every mall in Kaohsiung already. So yeah, off the court, you know, I just like to shop. I chill a lot. You know, I'm a chill guy, but you know, just on the court and like just the fans here in Taiwan, I think they're just amazing. Like I think they are truly amazing. you know, and it'd be little things like I'll just be walking down the street and like a lady and her daughter be like riding a motorcycle and they'll pull over like, oh my God, are you? And like they'll want to take a picture, and you know, after the games, the fans wait outside. I just think it's so genuine. Like I just think it's genuine. You know, something that's also different is they cheer for both teams. It really don't matter where you play at. They're going to cheer for both teams, and I think that's also cool too. That just goes to show you that they just love the game and they just want to see some good basketball.
Okay. Did you have any impressions of Taiwan before arriving here? Because this is your first time playing on the Asia region. And so obviously, what have you heard from people, your agents, and then have you noticed stylistic differences or skills that are different out here versus the stops you've made in your basketball career?
I mean, yeah, compared to Europe, of course, it's different. I think Asia in general is different compared to Europe. You know, they just said that, you know, it's a grind, you know, but the living's good, you know, the living's great. You know, I have all my apps, my Wi-Fi, everything is good on that end. So I think that's a plus. But yeah, you know, you just got to go out on a court and just perform. You know, that's like the biggest thing of playing in the Asia market. I think as a whole is just, you know, you only get 2 imports on the court. Some places you might only get 1. So you just have to dominate the game in some type of aspect. And I just think that, you know, that's good. You know, I haven't played on a team in about like 5-6 years where like they were counting on me to, you know, be the man and go out there and do my thing. So.
A lot of the players, like Phil, for example, he mentioned in other interviews that you're the team leader. Can you tell us a little bit about what you tell them before games or what practice is like?
You know, I try to lead by example. I think they all know that I take the game very serious. You know, I take my craft very serious. You know, I'm working out every day during before, after practice. You know, just working on my game constantly. And you know, I'm on these guys to reach their full potential. And like you mentioned, Phil, I think Phil is a phenomenal player. He just doesn't quite know it yet. I don't think he really knows it. You know, like even I think the last game he had like 23 or something like that. But like Phil, you could have had 30. Like, you know, if you just get a little bit more aggressive and, you know, have like a little mean side to you. And I think Phil is one of the best players in Taiwan. I honestly believe that. Like, you know, I see it every day in practice. I know the skills that he has. He just has to put it all together on the court. You know, just night in and night out. You do have to be consistent with it too.
You know, Chenfan Boyan was a guy that was a very high-profile player in his upcoming. In high school and in college, he played at the biggest arena when it came down to the Final Four. And then his start of his career went to a big market team, but ended up having to take a more secondary role. But I do find that him and a lot of other Taiwanese ball players do need a little bit more encouragement, but at the same time, a little bit more ambition to go for more playing time, to be a performer out on the floor. What are your observations, and how would you encourage younger ball players in this region to pursue basketball as a career, but also do it in a more almost joyful way, like you play out on the floor?
Yeah, you know, you just gotta see. So for me, you know, I love the game, you know, and the way I prepare myself for each game, you know, is the same. Every day during practice, I'm working out, I'm trying to get better, and that don't mean it's gonna equate to a good game. Not all the time. But the one thing you can control is how you prepare yourself going into the game. And I think that my preparation is always there. You know, I might not always have the best game, because if I wanted to, I'll go have 40 and 20 assists every game. But it just doesn't work like that. But, you know, I have a strong mental, and, you know, I continue to get better. I continue to work on my game. And, yeah, like, I just love the game. And I think my teammates see that, too. That's why they call me the leader, because, you know, like I said, I'm trying to get them to reach their full potential. And, you know, it may not come off always the best, but they know, like, I don't mean no harm with what I say, and I truly just want the best for my teammates. And, you know, I think we're a better team than what we've been showing. I just need everybody to believe that we can actually achieve something.
In terms of your coach, we would like to talk a little bit about the coach. How has his leadership impacted you, and what was the best piece of advice that he's given you so far?
One, I thank Coach because he allows me to be who I am. You know, like I said, I haven't had a coach trusting me like that in a little while. So, you know, I'm not in the new territory, but it's familiar. But I haven't been here in a while. But you know, Coach is the man. You know, I think everybody listens to what he says, and you know, just like I said, he just gives me the confidence to go out and be who I am, and I think he does that for everybody. You know, he just he doesn't like when things look soft. Like he wants it to be aggressive. If you go out there, you know, be aggressive. Look like you want to make a play. Don't just go out there just to be out there and say you're in the game. Like, you know, Coach wants you to get after it. He wants you to play with some, you know, passion and ambition, like you said. And you know, you can't ask for a better coach than that.
Okay. Well, you mentioned maybe the record isn't as the competitive as it can be, but we're seeing a lot from this young Steelers team, especially here at home. In your perspective, how's the team progressed? As you know, I think there was a handful of rookies and all the veterans are only on their second or third year as a professional ball player. The mix is very unique as a pro team to have so much youth on the team. Even the import players are not even on the oldest side. How does the camp look and how is practice? Is it fun, or is there a lot of growing up to be experienced?
There's definitely a lot of growing up to do. And that's another thing I try to take charge of. You know, a lot of talking in practice and stuff. I try to get on everybody. Yo, let's be serious. You know, we could talk after practice. We got 2 hours here to be serious. You know, let's stop talking, no laughing, and let's get better today. You know, I wanted to go 2-0 this weekend. You know, I had it on my mind, but you know, it didn't work out that way, which is okay. But you know, I just try to get them to be professional. You know, you're a professional basketball player now. You're not in college or anything anymore. So, you know, practice has been it's been getting better. You know, and I do think the team is progressing, but we need to, like, you know, put a little move on it. We don't have that many games this season, so if we do want to do something special, I think that we need to, you know, put the foot on the brake a little bit more.
What are the practices like usually? Like, how many hours do you put in terms of?
Practice about 2 hours. You know, coach gives us like 30 minutes before the shoot, and then he leaves the court open for whoever wants to shoot after that. But you know, we get after it. You know, whoever I'm guarding, I'm making sure they get after it, and you know, whoever's guarding me, I'm making sure that they're pressuring me and being hard on me, because this is what I'm going to need you to do in the game versus the other team's import. So, you know, yeah, we get after it in practice.
Okay.
You mentioned that, so we wanted to ask you, like, who's your favorite person to guard in your team and also in Plus League in general?
Who's my favorite person
to guard or defend?
Well, okay, so when we go to like the one-on-ones and stuff, I like to guard Phil because I guard him, but I also try to teach him at the same time. So it's like I tell him what moves to look for when I'm guarding him just to like get him better. So I always can enjoy guarding Phil. And, you know, guarding me, I think they all guard me pretty tough, you know, especially So-So and Kevin. You know, but sometimes I have to bring it out of them. Like, come on, like, if I push you, push me back. Because you don't want nobody in the game to push you. You're not gonna. If you can't handle me every day, then there's no way you can handle the other team's import. And I think that this past weekend, even though the outcome wasn't what it was supposed to be, they played good against. They played good defense against Frazier and King. Like they weren't afraid. You know, King will push them. They push back, and you know, like I said, it's growth. It's all about growth. It's these guys' first year being a pro, so it's definitely gonna take time. But you know, as long as I can see some improvement, I'm okay. No, I guard Abu tough. I guard him really tough, and that's another player that I really think has the potential to be really good. Just got to be more serious, you know, take the game more serious, and you know, just take your craft more serious. But you know, like you've seen today, I think Abu is a player where this is how I started off. You know, my coach used to tell me, just play. Like, once you start thinking, that's when you start messing up, and that's when you're not at your best. So just go out there, play, and have fun. And I think Abu is a player like that. And I try to tell him constantly, just be sure. whatever you want to do, just be sure. If you come off the pick and take one dribble and you want to shoot the ball, shoot it. Like that's the only way you're going to learn. That's the only way you're going to get better. And you know, it was a couple times during the game in the fourth quarter, he's playing really well. But then he comes off the pick, he stops, he starts thinking, then he passes the ball. And I asked him a couple times, I said, did you want to shoot that? He said, yeah. I said, well, then you should have shot it. Because you just have to play. You just have to play. And yeah, I love Abu. He's really good.
I'm kind of curious about another one of your teammates, Jordy Chimaga. He's really seemed to be getting in rhythm after maybe a little bit of a slow start. Everybody's getting used to a new team, and the league was kind of getting a reset during the offseason. But tell us more about Jordy. He's really impressed in those last couple of home games.
That's the one word that describes Jordy. He's just a beast. You know, he protects the rim. He's going to rebound at an extremely high level. And, you know, he's just going to give us the bucket. He's going to give us easy buckets. You know, when we just need an easy, quick one, dump the ball into Jordy, he get us an easy bucket. But, you know, one word for him is just, he's a beast. He's always been a beast.
Who are some of your toughest opponents when you're...
Well, I think everybody in the league's pretty tough. I think so. I think they all guard me pretty tough. And, you know, that's one area where I have to get better and, you know, just see how teams are guarding me and see how I can still be effective and help my teammates with their confidence and, you know, making plays without me. Because, you know, I also think that's the next step for this team is, you know, yeah, they do always look for me, but sometimes I need them to go out and try. Like just try. And with me is, you know, long as it looks aggressive, I can live with it. Like if you go out there and you're like timid and it's soft, I don't like that. But if you can go out there and just make an aggressive move, you're not gonna make every shot. It's basketball. You're not gonna go out and make every shot. But I just like for things to look aggressive, and you know, I just need my teammates to believe in themselves more, that they can do things on the court. Okay.
Sounds like you and Coach Cho are kind of mind in mind in that playing aggressive, playing with ambition is important. Can we be a little bit more specific? Is there a local player on another team that you've seen that has impressed you here in the Plus League?
I think, you know, the other locals on the other teams, they're solid. You know, and I think that's all they really have to be is solid. And they do a great job in their system. You know, I can't really pinpoint one of them, but, you know, I just think, well, like I said, one, they all guard me tough. So that's like, it's a plus. You know, it's a plus because they're not afraid. Whatever the coach is telling them all throughout the week, I don't know, but they're not afraid. You know, they're in my chest, they're in my jersey. Their locals are in my face, you know. They're being solid, they're taking care of the ball, they're shooting the open shot. And, you know, they're just not trying to do too much. And like I said, so they're just solid. And, you know, sometimes that's what you need, is just somebody to be solid.
I know you have a lot of fans already. Have you had any interesting encounters? I think you mentioned already. Like,
oh yeah, you know, like they'll pull over and take a picture with me. Like sometimes the people here, they'll have like a little it's like a little hard drive kind of thing with like some pictures of me on the front and like some pictures of me on the back. I've received 2 of those already, and you know, just like they just show so much love, and it's so genuine. And you know, I would sit there all night and just take pictures with them. The people that work for the team, they always go, no pictures, like, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, it's fine, man. Like, you know, it's cool. They show me so much love. I just, with however I can return it, you know, signing autographs, taking pictures, I'll be out there all night.
What teams have you played for in your professional career? Can you remember?
Starting pro career?
Yeah, starting your pro career.
Okay, so my first year, I was in Estonia. I played for Kalev Cramo. After that, I went to the NBA. I played for Orlando Magic. After that, I went to Germany, played for Ratio Farm Own. Then I went to Poland, played for King Sketchin. Then I went back to America. I played in the G League for Iowa Wolves. It's the Timberwolves affiliate. Then after that, I went to Italy. I played for Udine, Old Wild West Udine. After that, I went to Greece. I played for Marousi. And then now I'm here.
All right, then I have a follow-up. What do you perceive as the Plus League as a league and the basketball here in Taiwan, pulling back the picture. We have English broadcasts for almost every game, and of course, there's, as you mentioned, the fandom that's surrounding the product. How do you perceive the Plus League as a product and as a basketball competition?
My first year, was it the first 4 months, 3 months? I like it. I'm definitely enjoying it. Like I said, it's definitely something different. The crowd cheers for both teams, which it's funny, but that just gives credit to the crowd, and it just gives credit to Taiwanese basketball because they just enjoy basketball. They enjoy watching good players. It doesn't matter what team you play for. If you're a good player, they're gonna cheer for you. So I think that's awesome. I truly think that's awesome, and it's definitely a first.
Okay. I actually have kind of a trivia question, so check this out. We know you've actually had a lot of success in the 3-on-3 seed, but I want to pose a couple teams, and you got to pick one of two.
Okay.
So on one side, you have, let's start with this side. Randall Walko is a Taiwanese American who's playing here in Taiwan.
Who?
Might have not have heard him. He's from Somerville.
Okay.
There's Davon Reed, who played for the Nuggets.
Okay.
He's from Ewing Township. And Kadeem Jack spent some time at Rutgers University. And we'll also throw in Earl Clark.
Okay,
from
my boy. I was just with him yesterday. We was eating.
So you sense a theme. These players are all from New Jersey. All right,
Okay.
you've got one squad on this side. But on the other side, we have DeAndre Liggins.
I know Dre.
We have Terrence Jones.
I know T-Bow.
And we have Aaron Harrison. What's the theme with these three players?
Yeah, Kentucky.
Yeah, that's
Kentucky,
right.
okay.
All right. All of these players have come through and played in the Plus League. Which one are you picking?
I gotta go with my Jersey guys.
Oh yeah?
I can't go against home. I cannot go against home.
That honestly surprised me a little bit.
I gotta go with my Jersey guys, man.
All right.
I got faith in those guys.
Okay. Well, Stephanie, you have anything left for our guest?
What's one interesting fact about you that not many people know, or that your fans would be surprised to hear about?
I don't know. I'm just like, maybe I'm just obsessed with like shopping and clothes, but I think that's kind of easy to see. If you go like on my Instagram or something like that, I think that's pretty easy to see. But yeah, if I'm not doing anything basketball related, then yeah, I'm definitely looking at some clothes, and when I say looking at clothes, like I'll stop and look at like a flea market if I see clothes. Like I don't know if something's wrong with me. I just will stop and just look, cause you never know what you can find in there. You just never know. So yeah, I have that disgusting trait that I don't know. It's disgusting.
Well, if you need some help, we'll refer to you a specialist, and we'll have to get you.
Yeah, I definitely need some help with that.
Yeah, healed of such of addiction, shall we say?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Isaiah Briscoe.
Thank you for having me.
Full name.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate having you. Good luck for the rest of the season. We'll keep watching you and the Steelers play.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
That'll do it for this episode. 谢谢大家的收看，我们下次再见。